3v3 faction war Siccaris Plateau Chaos versus Eldar blue team. I am playing a Plague champion, starts off range combat, can get melee weapons, good utility and damage, not the most mobile commander though. LeaderofDoom plays a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, fights melee, can walk through cover and cannot be suppressed, good offense and disruption. Rounding out blue team, we have For Nothing, where's he gone, there he is. As a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive commander, fights melee to start off, has a bunch of spells. Sam 918 kicks off red team as an Eldar Warlock, offensive melee, good mobility with fleet, can tank and disrupt really well late game. Max Power plays a Warp Spider Exarch, teleporting commander, fights for range to start off, fantastic for map control, teleporting into some heretics here, that's not a good idea. I think he's going to take this garrison and be annoying, yes, and he has some nasty tricks in the late game. Sneakus Peekus rounds out red team as another Eldar Warlock. Chaos Space Marines for all three Chaos players, heavy ranged infantry that are decent in melee, can get upgrades in tier 2, make them a bit more specialised and even more dangerous. And Guardians all round for red. Sam and Max Power go for a second Guardian squad, Sneakus Peekus going for triple Guardians opening. No sign of Howling Banshees then. My heretics that I send all the way to this far wreck point, forcing off Guardians, heretics in both their melee and range states. Bad news for Guardians. Try and force off this squad. My Chaos Space Marines shooting up the Warlock along with the Plague Champion, and now he goes after my heretics. I know he's wanting to get a Destructor on me, so I'm going to try and keep these guys moving. He does get a pretty good one, there it is. Takes out a model. Now I lead him into my CSM and Plague Champion. Meanwhile bottom, a lot of pressure from Eldar on our power already, 495, 500. Here comes LeaderofDoom to try and help out. Warp Spider Exarch teleports away of course. And I take the Warlock out. Took a bit too long to retreat, wanted to take out some heretic models I think, so I start capping up the top. Very difficult with just double Guardians versus heretics and Chaos Space Marines in first engagement. 480, 500. Don't really have anything to put pressure on the CSM when you don't have Howling Banshees. Warlock of Sneakus Peekus already has the Merciless Switchblade, really nice weapon, not a power weapon, but still puts out very nice damage. There's a Destructor on those heretics, they took tons of damage, now getting shot up by Guardians. There's a grenade barrage, but he's going to need to retreat those guys, and there they go. They were LeaderofDooms. Myself and For Nothing have very similar colour schemes, completely by coincidence. 2-to-1 cap for us. We have both the naturals. Shuriken Cannon on the field for Sam. Setup team that suppress. Pretty manoeuvrable for a setup team, but they cannot be upgraded or changed in tier 2. Use the wall to block line of sight. I have Noise Marines on the field, a flamer type unit that disable range weapons, and here we see some slapstick comedy. Sam plasma grenades his own forces, almost wiped out his own Guardians there, and that was pretty funny. Warp Spider Exarch in cover, being annoying. Max Power, who very rarely plays Eldar, doing very well early on, and has double rangers on the field. Sniper infantry, very nice burst damage from range, can also disrupt with kinetic shot. Here comes triple Guardians, all with their battle equipment, gives them a health boost, gives them plasma grenades and a shield, and this is a dead Chaos Lord, yes. Killed a weak, didn't go off. Kinetic shot and a lot of Guardians shooting at his double CSM of Leader, and he's going to need to back those guys off. For Nothing lost his first heretic squad, it looks like, has replaced them, and also has Noise Marines, much like I do. And I'm hitting power with them too. Already took out one generator. Here comes a Warlock to stop me with a Merciless Switchblade and Champion's Robe. This is Sam. Both Warlocks outfitted the same way so far, and a fantastic special attack. Look at the damage and how far it made me fly. Don't want to lose a model, so I retreat. Do I lose a model anyway? No, and I'm able to cap the VP as well with my Plague Champion. CSM also capping up. Where are my heretics? Here they come with grenade launchers. Turns them into a kind of miniature tier 1 artillery unit. Still very fragile though without their aspiring champion. Also lose all of their close combat effectiveness with those grenade launchers. Cannot Doom Blast anymore either. Trying to keep them in play. There's the barrage, which misses largely. Yes, Plague Champion levels. Fantastic special attack again. Retreat my heretics, and a very nice grenade here from Sam. A bit overkill throw in too, but there you go. And they are sent flying, and I lose that squad, which I spent 20 power on with those grenade launchers. Sets up Shuriken Cannon in my face, and I'm lucky to get these CSM away in the end. I think the Warlock gets another hit on this last squad member, and they very, very nearly go down. Here we go, using fleets, and bang, 23 hit points. Was lucky to get away there. Top of the map is blue, bottom of the map or southwest is red. Here is max power to double the top now, 480, 328, 2-to-1 cap for blue. Trying to defend our power against Sam's Warlock. Does he make it out? Looks like he does. Some serious harassment on those CSM that took a model out. For nothing, making his way back to the bottom with some Noise Marines, and he's gone double Noise Marines here to try and counter those triple Guardians. I think that's overkill though, especially since you have Grenade Launcher Heretics with an aspiring champion. It's a lot of power, and that's going to prevent him going tier 2 along with the rest of us. Noise Marines using Cacophony just to counter the Warlock. That's a mistake. He's getting shot to bits, and a grenade goes in. Just kite the Warlock. Grenades here, sorry, Guardians here chasing for a grenade, but once you start chasing, it usually means you're too late. Yes, 439, 323, a triple for the Eldar now. Warlock being a real nuisance here, takes out a Noise Marine model with a sync kill, puts up his shield, which doesn't last long, getting shot up by CSM, attacked by a Chaos Sorcerer, and has Heretics on him. Chaos Sorcerer has Vestments of the Warp and the Sigil of the Rift for some reason. Not sure why. Usually used to counter setup teams in tier 1. Can do some other tomfoolery with it. Chaos Sorcerer levels after reviving the Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord, and no combi flamer for this guy in tier 2. But we do see a Chaos Dreadnought. I suppose he was dead for most of tier 1, so didn't bother getting it. I have a Blood Crusher on the field, since I thought I was ahead in tech, but I wasn't really that far ahead. This is a demon with vehicle armor, basically a Bloodletter riding a Juggernaut. Decent damage versus all targets and quite fast, but not the toughest thing around. And I back off here, since I'm doubled by max power and some of Sam's stuff. Here comes his Shuriken Cannon, and I get a Chaos Dreadnought of my own. I think teleporting Chaos Sorcerer took out a Warlock there, but the other Warlock revives and they take out the Chaos Lord. Noise Marine should be firing at that mass of Guardians, and they're going to take out the Chaos Sorcerer, I think. Yes, those Warlocks running riot. This is Sneakus Peekus who retreats, and so do his Guardians. Here comes double CSM. This Warlock of Sam all the way at the bottom here, doing such fantastic damage with that Merciless Switchblade. Level 3 Warlock already. There's Cacophony. Knocks down all surrounding units, even your own. There we go, knocking down that CSM. Here comes the Chaos Dreadnoughts. Is the Warlock gonna flee? He finally runs away and takes the Warlock out with a sync kill in melee. 2 Chaos Dreadnoughts on the field. I have some Heretics to try and support. The Blood Crusher gave them grenade launchers. Blood Crusher chasing off puny Eldar. Sam has a Wraith Lord though on the field. Melee Walker for Eldar can get a shoulder mounted ranged weapon and keep its melee effectiveness. Really nice Walker, I think. Can also self heal in tier 3 with Wraithbone. Ouch, nasty plasma grenade on those CSM, and they run the hell away. They have their Eternal War. Here comes a Dreadnought though. Has that auto cannon by default. Good damage versus all targets with a small AoE, shooting up this Wraith Lord, who is exploding Heretics. Look at that, took out about 5 models with 1 hit. And those guys take the building. Will they be able to escape though? No. Aspiring Champion taken out. Chaos Lord revived by the Chaos Sorcerer. He has Armor of the Inferno and runs away from the Wraith Lord quite wisely. Noise Marine's getting way too close. Max Power has Warp Spiders on the field, and so does Sneakus Peekus. Teleporting range squad, fantastic for map control and can put out some nasty damage. Wraith Lord of Sam. This is my Chaos Dreadnought. Gets haywire, but I took that Wraith Lord down quite a lot. Now a Bright Lance shooting at my Dreadnought, so I back him off. CSM getting way too close to all of this stuff. Knocked down by the Wraith Lord, and they just about get out of it. Autarch on the field for Sam, sub-commander for Eldar. Jumping in, also jumps over cover, has really good mobility for a unit that just runs around. Look at her speed, has fleet as well. Can't quite get last hits on those CSM though. Double Warp Spiders for max power now, and huge pressure on our power and our base. The only thing that can really hurt that Wraith Lord is that Dreadnought, and it's backing off. Chaos Lord can't get a melee heavy weapon, which I always thought was odd. Can't really counter vehicles himself. Warlock level 3 for Sneakus Peekus now has Heart of Darkness, fantastic synergy with that Champion's Robe. 349, 277, a 2-to-1 for Eldar, and are starting to creep across the map here. We have this central power though, but it's not noded, so these Guardians can come and cap, and Sam is hitting power with a Bright Lance and a Wraith Lord with Guardian support. There's Dark Flames by For Nothing global ability of the Chaos Sorcerer, really nasty versus light infantry that aren't aware. Double Rangers still alive for max power, setting up way back there. Use their range to the maximum, and I think, what the hell, it's an exhibition. Let's get double Dreadnoughts because autocannons are full. I give this one Markovs each though to deal with this Wraith Lord. A bit too close here to upgrade. Units cannot do anything while you give them a mark, and the Wraith Lord spots it and goes right after it here. Plasma Grenade misses. Sorcerer Exarch in there being annoying. He has the heavy gauge Death Spinner and anti-gravity grenades. Nasty tricks coming in. Now double Dreadnoughts sorting out this Wraith Lord. Here comes my Plague Champion to repair. Auto cannon, and now those missiles coming in, and I think we'll take the Wraith Lord out here. One more burst from the missiles, which have decent range, as you can see. Down goes the Wraith Lord. Look at all of this Eldar stuff waiting, and we have a Dreadnought on the field for Leader of Doom. So it's going to be March of the Dreadnoughts here as we try and sweep back across to the east. Double Warp Spiders for max power up here. Both have their haywire grenades, you can tell by the grenade icon. That little arrow icon denotes that they are teleporting units. Also something that jump units gets. Here comes Sam, who misfires this grenade and completely misses everything. Look, that's the only place he could have thrown it and not hit anything. And those Guardians just about get away. Here comes the March of the Dreadnoughts with some CSM and Plague Marine support. These are Leader of Dooms. Have a missile launcher, very tough, quite slow, anti-vehicle. Trying to shoot up these Warp Spiders, and there goes Frenzied Barrage, from my Markovs Inch Dreadnought. Really nice ability. Large suppression over the big area for nothing, looking quite thin. Has CSM, Mark of Horn, and some Noise Marines. He's getting a Chaos Dreadnought of his own. Eldar players going tier 3. Max power still tier 2 though. Retaking our natural. My CSM don't have Eternal War yet, but they do have their Aspiring Champion. Noise Marines noisily taking out a power node. We're a bit slow here to move across. Should be hitting this power or capping this VP or something a lot sooner. Bright Lance shooting up my Dreadnought, but it can't stand against two Dreadnoughts and the Plague Champion. Here come some Guardians who shoot up my Plague Champion. They can't do much against Dreadnoughts, and this is where I kit him out with Icon of Noble and the Plague Fist, and I'm just about to get him into melee combat before he goes down, and the Icon of Nurgle absolutely wipes them all. Levels my Plague Champion to 5 and he just about gets away. Frenzied Barrage there, allowing him to get into melee range. And my favourite accessory, doing the business there. Here comes, well, Sneakus Peekus will come in a second with his Wraith Lord and all of this infantry max power at the moment on his own. Warlock drops in and explodes a bunch of heretics. And here comes Sneakus Peekus and he causes a lot of trouble. We overextended here, which happens a lot in 3v3. You think you have an advantage, push, and you are pushed back. I think I lose one of my dreadnoughts here. 156, 272, a triple for Eldar. Here comes a Warlock out of left field. Vague Marines getting missiles in, but they're forced off by double plasmas. Chaos Lord goes down. One of my Chaos Dreadnoughts goes down. I think I get the other one away though. This Dreadnought taking right lance hits. Warlock also going after it. That spear gives her a hammer icon, but it's actually a power melee weapon. 124, 272. And that was a really bad engagement for us. We lost a lot of stuff, as you can see. Eldar with huge unit superiority. I still have my Chaos Dreadnought, as does For Nothing, and he's given it Mark of Khorne, turning it into a ridiculous close combat unit. Great synergy with the Chaos Sorcerer as well, since he can teleport it out of trouble. Blood Rage activated. 120, 272. Doom Bolts goes off, doesn't do a lot. And he's going to Blood Rage right after his own Chaos Sorcerer here. Was a bit early to use the Blood Rage. And look at the damage, increased damage, speed and durability with that thing on. Chaos Space Marines forced off. A lot of range firepower. I don't think those Mark of Khorne CSM are going to be able to get into melee. Now a Mark of Khorne Dreadnought up against a Wraith Lord, but here are some Warp Spiders in support and a bunch of Guardians, and now the Dreadnought is deactivated by the Haywire. There's Imperial Abyss. That was by For Nothing. Wraith Lord heals up with Wraith Bone, and now should be able to take the Dreadnought out with that Warlock's help. Even with Mark of Khorne and Blood Rage activated, it was a bit too low. Was stunned for too long. Haywire grenades do stun for ages. And this Dreadnought goes down. Will we get a sync kill? We do not get a sync kill. Levels up the Warlock. Wraith Lord's almost level 3 as well. 85, 272. Here comes double Warp Spiders. Bad news for my CSM. Look at the damage. I'm not even able to take my natural back. For Nothing getting another Chaos Dreadnought. Sam 918 looking very thin. Has an Avatar of Cain on the field though. Super unit for Eldar. Hugely effective in melee combat. Very tough, and buffs all surrounding allied infantry passively. I think it's a 15% damage reduction and some suppression resistance, something like that. Avatar of Cain also on the way for Sneakus Peekus. Here comes a Mark of Khorne CSM. Can they do some damage here? Chaos Sorcerer just about gets away from the Warp Spiders. They could teleport after him. Looks like they are not going to. 72, 272. It's a 2-1 for Eldar. They do teleport after the Chaos Sorcerer and finish him off. Here comes the second Chaos Dreadnought for Nothing, but it's not going to be able to do a lot against an Avatar and that Haywire grenade. Warlock drops on the Noise Marines and almost wipes them out. They do get away though, just. Here comes the Avatar, full retreat from For Nothing, and the bottom will turn red very quickly, I imagine. Eldar players have been much quicker and much more fluid in supporting each other. It's a lot easier to do, of course, when you are quick Eldar. Anti-grav grenade on that blob, nothing around to really damage it though. 52, 272. Rangers, are they going to get away? Icon of Nurgle finishes them off, surely. Yes. 2-1 now for Chaos. Chaos Predator on the field for Leader of Doom. No mark yet. Fire Prism on the way for Sam. I'm not in even tier 3 yet. I have a lot of red though. 716. I finally go tier 3. I want to use my nuke. Imperial Abyss 52-259. Hitting our power. Completely wipe it out. And that Autarch might even cap it. Avatar has super heavy infantry armor, so you don't need anti-vehicle weapons to take him down. Though they do help since it behaves like a vehicle in that it can be snared and as such classified as a monstrous creature. Eldar have this central power. Chaos Sorcerer still down. Chaos Lord level 4. Plague Champion level 5 fully kitted out, gave him fetid armor as well, since it's a big map and I don't want Armor of Pestilence to slow him down. Unfortunately the Plague Champion doesn't have a third armor choice. Huge engagement now kicking off in the middle. Double avatars coming in. Wailing Doom. In goes my Plague Champion. I go after the avatar here. I should have gone after the infantry and let my Icon of Nurgle do some damage. My Chaos Dreadnought is not getting away from this encounter. Plague Champion also getting hammered by the avatar and goes down. Really should have got close to these Guardians. Here comes the Chaos Predator. There's Let the Galaxy Burn from the Chaos Lord. Nicely done. Right into my Imperial Abyss. And I wipe out 3 squads with it. Lovely. But I did lose my entire army in that engagement. 51-223, a double for blue. Yes, you did lose all, you twonk. Leader of Doom keeps this Chaos Predator alive, gives it Mark of Pawn too. Increases the damage of that main autocannon it has. Fire Prism now on the field, double Fire Prisms in fact. One for Sam, one for max power. 51-196, we have a double somehow, but it's not going to last. We still have the bottom somehow, for nothing being very sneaky. Here come Warp Spiders. They're going to get hit by the Blast Master, are they? Yes, boom. They're going to force melee. No, just teleport behind and shoot the crap out of it. It's in heavy cover though, look at that. Not taking a lot of damage. And here come Mark of Pawn CSM. They need to teleport away again. They need to retreat that squad. 47-188. My thinking now is to get set up teams. Here comes an Autarch. I don't think for nothing noticed and loses those Noise Marines. My thinking now is to get set up teams and try and counter what I can. 37-188. 2-1 cap. My Plague Champion cannot cap because of this freaking Fire Prism. Leader of Doom doing a respectable job preserving his units compared to me, certainly. Here comes the Wraith Lord. Wraithbone, level 4 now this guy. 1597 hit points with a self-heal and some big damage output. There is phase shift armor. But who is this? Sneakus Peekus does the Wailing Doom way too early. Units are invulnerable while they are phase shifted. You need to time it perfectly for when they come off the phase shift. Difficult to do, of course, when you weren't the one who phase shifted yourself. 188. They're hitting our power here. And I think they march into base and start smacking on stuff. Autarch trying to cap, bad idea versus a pissed off Plague Champion with Plague Fist and Icon of Nurgle though. Level 6 this guy. Warlock of Sam level 6. Warp Spider Exarch level 4. Imperial Abyss by someone. I think that was me again. Trying to get these Warp Spiders, but they of course just teleported out. Sneakus Peekus is Warlock level 9 this guy. 12-13 hit points with a shield and a self-heal and an energy replenishment. Makes him really tanky when you kit that guy out like that. Mark of Tzeentch, Chaos Predator for Leader of Doom. Looks like he lost his other Predator and lost his Plague Marines for nothing, doing what many Chaos players do late game and getting out Plague Marines. Fantastic capping unit. Under attack here by an Avatar and an Autarch though. Autarch herself, I believe, gives a passive buff to infantry. Not sure if it stacks with the Avatar's buff. If it does, that'd be pretty powerful. I can now have 2 Havocs, one with Mark of Khorne autocannon and one with Mark of Tzeentch a las cannon. Also get some bloodletters out because why the hell not? Unbeknownst to me, there was a Wraithlord in my base, so I do manage to phase them out before I lose the entire squad. But I do also retreat some Havocs right back to base. Nicely done. Chaos Sorcerer now fighting a Warlock. This guy did finally get the Sword of Flame. Level 4. One more hit might take him out. No energy though for Fleet, which is one disadvantage of getting a Champion's Robe. Can combat it with Heart of Darkness of course. 8, 1, 4, 7. Red team just toying with us now I think. They are taking a natural though, so it's going to be a 2 to 1. Also sending stuff into base for the hell of it. We do take the Avatar out. I'm getting las cannon shots on this Wraithlord with this Mark of Tzeentch Havocs, snaring it with each hit. That's the level 4 one as well, but finally we concede with 3 VPs on the counter. 3, 1, 4, 7. VP counter makes it seem a lot closer than I think it was. Ever since mid tier 2 we were struggling to keep up with the Eldar. Thanks to everyone who took part and thanks for watching guys. I'll see you next time.